my name is Marin. Welcome to another reading vlog. This is going to be my first themed reading vlog that I have ever attempted to do. Before 2022 started, I had made a wheel of some various prompts for some reading vlog ideas, and each month, except for 3 months, which are seasonal reads, I am going to spin the wheel to determine what my reading vlog is going to be about. So we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel right now. It is actually, it's like 1 o'clock on December 23rd. So I'm doing this quite a bit in advance because I need to be able to get books from the library if I need them. So that is why we are starting this vlog a little bit earlier, but it's going to pick up in January, like in real time after this little chunk. So I hope you will come along and enjoy this themed reading vlog, and we're about to find out what that theme is going to be. So let's go ahead and spin my wheel. All right, so it looks like I am picking up in January right where I left off in December, which is with series books, which is good because I have a whole list of series books that I want to read in 2022. I will link you to a video that I made where I go over 22 series that I want to finish in the year 2022. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. But that is what I'm going to pull from for this vlog. So I hope you enjoy. Hello everyone, welcome to the official start of my series vlog. So as you just saw, I created a wheel where I'm going to spin it each month to decide what my themed vlog for each month is going to be. Themed vlogs are something that I was kind of thinking about towards the end of 2021, and I really want to try to implement in 2022. So here we go, this is the first one. I am going to focus on 3 books for this vlog. So today is January 17th. I need to film 2 YouTube videos. So the book that I'm going to be working on after I finish those is going to be Heartstopper Volume 3 by Alice Oseman. So the US is behind in releases for Heartstopper because I believe the UK is getting Volume 5 this year, but we just got Volume 4 released like earlier in January. So I had initially put this series on my series to finish in 2022 list, but I don't think I'm going to be able to actually do that because I don't think the 5th book will be out here, but I could be wrong. But either way, 3 and 4 is what I'm going to work on. Maybe in this vlog, I don't know. I put a hold on Volume 4, which the library does not yet have because they're still getting it in. So I might be able to read that one in this vlog as well, but this is what we're going to start with today. That's going to be the first book that I read in this vlog. The other 2 are books that will finish out a trilogy. So I have Mortal Harp by Lafevers. This is a trilogy about female assassins who are part of a convent who pray to the god of death, I think. He has like marked them, and that's how they take their place in the convent. So this is the 3rd one. Each book focuses on a different girl. So this one is about Aneth, I believe is her name. Yep, Aneth. And I'm very excited to finish this series off. Highly recommend this series if it sounds at all your thing, but I'm very excited to read about Aneth and her journey. And then the last book that I'm going to be working on in this vlog is Rogue by Gina D'Amico. This is the 3rd and final book in the Croak trilogy. I will kind of hold it up right here so you can see. Those are books 1 and 2. And this is book 3. This one I think is going to kind of break my heart a little bit because I've heard that the ending like made people really sad, but again, it's another series that I want to cross off my TBR. So that's what we're going to be reading in this vlog. It's probably going to take a couple of weeks. Yeah, so let's go ahead and roll on into it. Hello everyone. I just finished reading Heartstopper Volume 3, and I have some thoughts that are probably unpopular. So first off, I want to just preface this by saying that I feel like this is a very important series. I am really hopeful that the people who need to read this book, to know that they're not alone, to know that others out there are experiencing the same things they are, I hope those people are able to get their hands on this book, because at least in the US, there is a big push to pull LGBTQIA plus books from library shelves. So I want to make that very clear. I feel like this is a very important book series. I appreciate what the author is doing and trying to put out into the world. However, I do not think that this series is the best thing ever. Don't come for me. There is just something about this series that doesn't completely work for me personally. So, how can I explain this? I feel like it's very cute, it's very fluffy, particularly the first 2 installments, but I don't feel like it's earth-shatteringly amazing. I just don't. And this version in particular covers some pretty dark topics, so trigger warnings for self-harm and, well, talk about self-harm and eating disorders, which is some deep stuff that she's put in here. However, I kind of felt like she took those 2 issues, for lack of a better word, and was like beating the reader over the head with them. I felt like the conversations that Nick and Charlie were having in here were unrealistic for teenage boys, and it just didn't feel authentic to me. Your mileage may vary, obviously, but as someone who's worked with teenage boys, I just don't see it playing out like this. This is kind of a utopian view of it. Not to say that there's not bad things, because there is homophobia present in like the background here as well. Charlie in particular was bullied really badly when he was kind of forced to come out of the closet, and that's terrible. So I don't want you to think that I'm like knocking all of this. But I don't know. This just doesn't work for me the way that it seems to work for everyone else. That being said, I did enjoy this. I particularly liked the 2 teachers that are in this book. They made me laugh quite a few times. And it's cute. The romance between Nick and Charlie is cute. I like the wide range of representation in this story, from people of color, from different sexualities, all of that. The mental health representation, it's great. But I just don't think it's 5 stars amazing. So I'm giving this one 3 stars, which is lower than I gave the first 2. Yeah, this one just did not work for me the way the first 2 did, even though I wouldn't say that those necessarily completely worked for me either. I'm a total black sheep with this series. But that being said, this one's done. I am going to read Volume 4, and I'm going to cross that series off my list because Volume 5 is not going to be released in the US this year. I'm almost positive. So, yeah. First series book down in this vlog. I wish I could start with like fluffy bunny happiness, but that's not how I feel about this series. So, take that with a grain of salt. Anyway, what else have I been up to today? Not much. I edited my YouTube video that goes up tomorrow, and it is currently 8:24 p.m. and I want to try to be in bed by 10. So yeah, I'm just kind of gonna hang out and chill for a little bit. If you were following my Week in My Teacher Life video from this past week, which I'll link up here if you're interested, I was not feeling well most of the week. I went to urgent care on Friday and was diagnosed with a sinus infection. Yay. So I am recovering from that. I'm feeling much, much better. So yay for that, because it's back to work tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, first book done. I wish it would have been like a more cheerful update, but it is what it is. So the next book that I'm going to be reading in this vlog is Rogue by Gina D'Amico. I am going to work on that throughout the course of the week. It's not a very long book. I am hopeful that I can get it finished. I don't know, by Thursday maybe? Thursday or Friday, because this weekend I want to read Mortal Heart and then sign this vlog off. Hopefully those two books will make me a little bit more cheerful than this one did. I don't know, is there something wrong with me, y'all? There must be something wrong with me because everyone else adores this, right? Oh well. Yeah, that's all I've got. So I will come back and talk to you a bit more about Rogue when I start reading that, probably tomorrow after work. And I will let you know how that one goes. So see you then. Alright, hello everyone. It is Saturday, January 22nd, and I wanted to just continue this vlog. So it's been a while since I got on here and talked. The last book I finished was Heartstopper. I did not start Rogue like I was planning to do because I just didn't feel like reading when I got home from work. So the goal for this weekend is to finish Rogue. It's not a very long book. It's like 328 pages or something like that. So I can definitely get through it in 2 days. It is already 3 o'clock. I have been kind of dithering around today, but I was listening to more of the audio of Winterkeep by Kristen Kishore, and I am a little over halfway through. So I am on chapter 27, which is page 289. I've been listening to this one for like a week and a half or so. So this is another series that I'm trying to cross off. I also just wanted to do like a little update because I got some mail. So I ordered this Clockwork Reader reading journal that Books and Lala was talking about in her most recent reading journal video. She's been like going through and comparing a bunch of them. I really liked the way this one looked, so I ordered this one. I have not started filling it out at all, so I do need to go back through and fill out the books that I've read so far this year. So I will show you kind of what that page looks like. It's all really pretty. It looks like it's all hand-drawn, which obviously it was, but then it was kind of like mass-produced. But so it has the title and some things that you can fill out about it, so I'm pretty excited to have this and work with this year to keep track of my reading. So I did order that. That came this week. I also ordered a set of tabs in case I want to go through and mark places in my books. I am planning on rereading some of the books that I considered 5 stars and favorites from previous years. That's like one of my potential vlog themes that I think would be cool. So I bought the tabs to kind of tab up those books to see if they still hold up. I will be focusing on older favorites, so not ones that I like just read last year, but like ones from previous years. So be on the lookout for that. That is a potential vlog theme. So I picked those up from Amazon. And I also signed up for Book of the Month, and I selected the Magnolia Palace. Yeah, the Magnolia Palace by Fiona Davis. This is a historical fiction. 8 months since losing her mother in the Spanish flu outbreak of 1919, 21-year-old Lillian Carter's life has completely fallen apart. And it's just historical. It looks like she gets a job at like this mansion that has some secrets and family drama. So yeah, kind of sounds right up my alley, but this is the one that I went ahead and selected for Book of the Month. And I'm hoping to put this on my February TBR so that I can read it in a timely fashion. But that is what's going on. What I'm going to get ready to do now is I am going to film a couple of videos. I need to film my 2021 top 10 books video. I need to film the voiceover part for my morning routine that I filmed yesterday. And I want to film my February TBR just in case I need to go to the library for one of the picks, because that is one of the slices. It's like browse the library and pick a book out. So if that needs to happen, I'm gonna need to do that this week. So that's what the plan is. This is gonna take probably an hour and a half or so to get those filmed, and then we're gonna read for the remainder of the day and hope that I can get at least halfway through Rogue so that I can cross that off my list. So stay tuned. I will obviously take you along, let you know how I'm feeling about the book. I'm crossing my fingers that it is a good one since I did not love Heartstopper Volume 3. But yeah, I will talk to you later. All right, hello, good afternoon. Everyone, it is 2:04 on Sunday. Last night I read 110 pages of Rogue, and I'm not quite sure what to think about it just yet. So the first two books in this series, which I will go ahead and show you right here, these first two books, particularly the first one, were very funny, like dark humor, but funny. This one so far has not had a lot of humor to it. This one is much darker than the previous two. Towards the end of the second book, you started kind of seeing that shift into like the dark storyline, and that's carried over here. So I'm not enjoying this quite as much as I enjoyed the first two, but there's still plenty left, you know, obviously. So I have not fully made up my mind, obviously. So there's still a lot that can happen to influence my thoughts. But this is definitely darker than the first two books, which I knew going in would be the case. I also have a feeling I know where this book is going because I've heard some spoilers, and I have a feeling that I know how this one's going to end. So we'll see if that still, if knowing in advance kind of still allows for that like emotional impact. But my goal today is to finish this book, and if there's time, hopefully to start a little bit of Mortal Heart, which will be the last book that I'm reading in this vlog. And then we will wrap this up. So yeah, that's where I am with this one. I'm not loving it. I'm not hating it. I'm just kind of not invested fully yet at this point. So the action looks like it's about to ramp up a little bit. All they've really been doing is running, which gets kind of tedious and monotonous. So I'm hoping that that's not going to be what's happening throughout the whole book. I'm also not loving the character of Uncle Mort, who is Lex's uncle, because he is not telling her or the other people involved enough information, and then he gets mad when like they do something by mistake. But it's that whole miscommunication as a plot device thing that I'm not a big fan of. So I really hope that doesn't continue, but we shall see. Anyway, I did go grocery shopping. I grabbed some lunch from Culver's, so I'm going to finish eating that. And then we're going to work on Rogue and finishing this book up. So I will come back on once I have finished the book to give you my spoiler-free thoughts, because this is the third book in a series, so obviously I don't want to spoil anything because I do definitely recommend the first two books. So yeah, let's go ahead and get reading, I guess. All right, hello. It is 6:03 and I just finished Rogue, and I wound up really enjoying this one. So this took me a bit to get into it. I think it was partly getting back into the world because it has been several years since I read the second book, and just kind of readjusting to the characters, remembering who everyone was, what had happened previously. I'm trying to see. This one was published in 2013. So I would have read the second book as an arc, I believe, which means I probably would have read it in like 2012. So it's been 10 years since I'd read the second book, but they did a pretty good job recapping this one decently, like recapping the previous ones decently in this, that I was reminded. And even though it took about 100 and probably 50 pages before I was like actually invested in the story, once I got there, this was a very, very good series finale. So this book is quite a bit darker than the previous two. As I'd mentioned, those two were very lighthearted with a lot of laugh out loud moments. I did not have that experience with this one. This one is much more focused on our main character, Lex, kind of her feelings on some things that have gone down, some things she's able to do, some choices that she's made, and kind of her trying to figure out who she is and wants to be. There's also a lot of backstory on some of the previous or some of the other characters that you were always kind of wondering about. There were some questions that were finally answered in this book, and yeah, this was probably the first series finale that I have read last year and this year that I've truly liked, because every other book that I have picked up with that much of a break between the second and third books, I've not really enjoyed. So this one was a winner. Highly recommend this series, y'all. Like, really, you should check this series out. I know it's older, but do yourself a favor and check out Lex and her band of misfits, if you will. So I'm giving this one 4 stars. Very, very good series finale. So now it is 6 o'clock, as I'd mentioned. I have some laundry to put away. Yay. I also need to eat some dinner, and then I probably will do a tiny bit of reading on Mortal Heart, which will finish up the His Fair Assassin trilogy. So that's the plan for the remainder of tonight. There's also some Australian Open tennis that's going to be on TV. I love watching tennis. So yeah, that's going to be my plan. So I will let you know if and when I get reading finished. I'm planning on doing that, but we know how things go. I will let you know where I'm at with that. I am really hoping that I can get Mortal Heart done within the next few days, because I have another book from my January TBR that I would like to get finished as well, which just came in at the library. So I'm going to pick that up probably tomorrow and try to get that one knocked out before the end of the month as well. And I also need to read my Nancy Drew book for this month. But otherwise, I'm like rocking my reading this month. This makes my 8th book of the month, which is a very nice number for me. So can't complain too much. Anyway, let's put that laundry away, even though I hate putting laundry away. And then I will again talk to you if and when I get reading on Mortal Heart.
"2,000 years later."
Hi y'all. It's been a while. So since the last time I talked to you, I did finish reading Winterkeep. So one more series crossed off my list. I had been listening to it on audio, and I finally just read like the last, I don't know, like 40 pages or so. And I switched to the audio of this one because, y'all, this was not doing it for me at the start. I got like 40 pages into it and I just had no desire to pick it back up. It was just moving so slowly. So Thursday I started listening to the audio because that is when I'd finished this one, and the audio did help me get through it a bit better. I am currently on chapter 22, which is page 170. It's still slow. I'm not finding myself as engaged in Aneth's story as I was with both Isme and Sibylla. The narrator calls her Sibella, but I've been saying Sibylla, so I can't stop myself from that. But yeah, I'm not finding this story as engaging. Aneth set off from the convent with like this goal in mind, and yet she's been waylaid twice by two different groups of people. So like she had this sense of urgency, but it's gone. Like it's just taking her forever to get where she's trying to get. So because of that, this has just been very, very slow. My goal today is to read 100 pages of this. I counted it out last night. That would put me on, let me see, chapter 35, chapter 35. So that will get me over halfway. And then I am going to hopefully read 100 more pages tomorrow and be able to finish this on Monday and close out this vlog. This vlog has been taking forever, mostly because of this book. And also it took me a while to get going on Rogue, as you saw. So yeah. Also, I did not feel like doing my makeup today, so you get me au naturel. Hope that's okay. It's a Saturday. I just wasn't feeling it. Anyway, this morning I did finish editing my Day in My Teacher Life video, which will go up tomorrow. And I also finished editing my February TBR, which goes up on Tuesday. So I did a little bit of that. I am going to do a little bit of shopping on Ulta because I just used up the last of my concealer yesterday and I need to replace it. So I'm going to see what Ulta has in stock at their local store because there's one like not even a mile away from where I live. So that is on the agenda, and then we will get reading and hope that this book picks up because it's just very slow. It's not bad, it's just slow, which is not my favorite. Also, I'm kind of stuffy and congested. Yay! Love it for myself. I forgot to take my allergy medicine yesterday, and this is the result of that. So, yeah, that's the agenda. Reading 100 pages of Mortal Heart. I also have another book that I need to be reading. So, let me grab them. So this book, Real Easy, is not a series book, but this was on my January TBR for my mystery pick. However, I read Reckless Girls already, which also served that prompt. So if I don't get to this one by the end of January, it's okay, really. But I would really like to try to get to this one. So I'm thinking that I will maybe do 100 pages of Mortal Heart, as I mentioned, and then do a little bit of reading on this one. This book is not terribly long. No, not at all. It's 302 pages. So I definitely think I can get this knocked out in 2 days if I'm splitting myself between this one and Mortal Heart. But I also need to read The Secret of the Old Clock, which is the first Nancy Drew book, because I have a goal for myself to read one Nancy Drew book a month. So I might actually just knock this one out tonight after I finish those 100 pages. And yeah, I've read this before, and also the font is like quite large, so it's definitely not going to take me very long. This book has 180 pages. So yeah, I'm definitely thinking this might be what I devote myself to after I read those 100 pages of Mortal Heart, so that way I can get this one crossed off. Yeah, let's do the shopping on Ulta, read these 100 pages. I will come back on and chat with you to let you know if the book has picked up at all. I'm really hoping that it does. And yeah, that's the plan for today. I really have nothing else on the menu for you. Happy Saturday, y'all. Hi all, it is 12:50 on Sunday, January 30th, and I have been listening to more of the audio of Mortal Heart already today. So I got up, I listened to it while I was getting ready, and then I listened to it as I went to the grocery store and to pick up an order from Target. So I am currently on chapter 44, which is page 337. So I only have this little bit left, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and knock that out today. This book has definitely picked up now that Aneth has met back up with Ismay and Sibella, however you want to pronounce it. It's definitely picked back up. So this book starts off with Aneth at the convent of Mortain, and she then travels to the Duchess's court, and that is where she meets back up with Ismay and then later with Sibella. So it basically takes place after book 1, and then at the very end of the book about Sibella. So now they've all kind of met up. The 2 previous books have happened, and now the girls are together in this book. And this book definitely picked up once Aneth made her way to the Duchess's court, because leading up to that point, it was just dragging, y'all. It was dragging. So I'm happy that this has finally picked up. I am enjoying it a lot more right now. And as I said, I don't have very much left. I have a little under 100 pages left. So we're going to go ahead and finish this one today and close out this vlog so that I can get it up on Thursday. But yeah, definitely glad that this has picked up. I do not see myself rating it 5 stars, which is what the previous 2 books in the series got, but it's definitely much better than it was. So I'm thinking probably a 4-star at this point, depending on how everything plays out. So that's where we're at. I'm very glad that this has gotten better, because I was concerned for a while that I really was not going to like this one. So yes, after I finish this one, I think I'm going to go ahead and knock out The Secret of the Old Clock tonight, which means there will only be 1 book left from my January TBR that I did not read, but since I covered the prompt with another book, I've technically completed my TBR. So yay for that. This is the last one that was actually on my wheel of TBR that I have to read. So that's very good. This will be book 10 of January, and this will be book 11. Like, that's really impressive. A nice way to start off the year. I will also give you a look at my book buying bingo board before we sign off this vlog, so you can see where I'm at and how many more books I want to read, and I will kind of talk over it a little bit to let you know my plans for upcoming vlogs, because some of the books on there are going to feature in my next reading vlog, which will be Olympics themed. So I'm excited. Anyway, let's read this, get this crossed off, and then read this and get this crossed off. And then I'm going to chill out and relax and enjoy the remainder of my Sunday. So here we go. It's done, y'all. Let's have a little celebration. Yeah, I really enjoyed this book at the end. Like, I have already talked about how it was very slow. It took a very long time for me to get into it. Aneth, in my opinion, is not as strong of a narrator as Ismay and Sibella were. But in the end, I really, really enjoyed this one. I liked how this kind of took the storylines from the previous 2 books and tied them together, and then kind of came up with a really satisfying ending for the whole series. And I enjoyed the deeper look into the mythology of the old gods and Mortain especially. So yeah, 4 stars for this one. I wasn't sure that was where it was going to go, but thankfully it got there. And I am looking forward to eventually picking up the little companion duology that's been released, which I think the first one is called Courting Darkness, but I'll put the cover right here because I can't quite remember. But yeah, another series crossed off my list. Now, let's take a look at my book bingo board and figure out what I still need to read to get myself a bingo. As I mentioned, I think earlier in this video, I don't even remember, y'all. This video's been going on for so long. But my goal, once I get my first bingo on my board, that will cover my book of the month book. So I won't be purchasing a book on top of that one. Like, that is the book. that will be my first bingo pick. So let me grab the board and let's take a look at it and see how I'm doing. Okay, so here is my bingo board. Here are the stickers that I use to mark them off. So I am able to mark off 2 books. I have to put one for Winterkeep here and then Mortal Heart up here, and then we'll see where I'm at. So let me stick those stickers on. Okay, so here's where we are. I'm not really close to any bingos with the exception of this one going across here because both of these 2 books are going to be on my February TBR. So then I would just need to read one more to get that one. Yeah, that's where we're at. So there's a lot of them, but I purposely did not put them all like in a row, which would have made it easier for myself when I was putting this together. Like I scattered January and February books and then extra books all over to try to make it more challenging. So yeah, it's definitely making it more challenging, but I will be getting these 2 in February for sure. I will also be getting this one right here. And is there anything else? This one. This one will be a February book as well because those are all on my February TBR, which I'll link up in the cards. I also hopefully will be able to squeeze Real Easy in for like my first book in February since I do have it right here. And I just haven't had a chance to read it. So yeah. I think that's about it, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and sign off this vlog. I know it was kind of all over the place. Hopefully it was still enjoyable. I know I didn't do a whole lot more than just talk about books, but it is a reading vlog, so there you go. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more from me, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, everyone.